Alex Answer here, coming to you December 29th, 2012. It's about 5:51, and in about an hour's time, I'm going to be live on AmericanFreedomRadio.com. Uh, it's actually 5:51 my time, so it would actually be 6:51 Central Time. So 8 to 10 Central Time. I got a great guest coming on, and we're going to be talking about the mythological archons, the story that comes to us from the Gnostics. Now, I'm getting a lot of, and it's kind of painful at times and frustrating, um, baffled questions from people. And the energy doesn't always seem friendly. It seems very judgmental. And it seems to come from a massive area of misunderstanding. And I know that I'm a real easy person to judge because I'm up here on video. You can comment, you can say anything you want. And it seems like there are some people that think that I owe them something, or that I should be working to please them. It seems that way at times. And you could see in some of the comments from the previous YouTube videos, there's this massive lack of understanding and empathy towards my current situation. Now let's go over my current situation. I've been homeless for a significant amount of time. And I've navigated better than most homeless do because I have the spirit inside me, and I keep going and going and going and thinking of new ideas and things and information to bring people, because in my philosophy and what I talk about, by helping others, you help yourself. And there's a lot of people just, why would you go here? Why would you do this? Why would you suffer in the cold? And it's very important to keep a positive outlook on things. So I haven't made a lot of videos, discussing all the things I've gone through, or people, in one particular case, a neighbor confronting me because of the color of my skin, which to most of you means nothing, but you forget the world that I live in. And where am I from? And am I here to make a bomb? And I'm using this as a small example of, there's a lot of things that I've gone through in Portland that I've talked about that people call me a liar about on a regular basis because they've never walked in my shoes and never done a show on Access TV where they're talking about things that a lot of people don't want to hear. So they don't experience those same things and judgment. And it hurts from people that say that they support me or that they're my friends. Yeah, I think let's take a look at the definition of the word friend. And this judgment I get as if I have no common sense for being out here in the cold, in the San Luis Valley. And the truth is, there are beautiful things about this area, and I've talked about them in some other videos about connecting with nature. So I'm all for everyone out there learning off-the-grid survival skills, or just developing that sense of independence and less dependency on other people and the grid. But if someone wanted to, say, for example, put me up somewhere where it was stable, and hopefully I can get back to doing regular alternative media on a daily basis, or if there was someone putting together a real alternative media network that didn't cost a lot of money, that wasn't run by someone that want to make money off of those looking for information, but a genuine institution, think tank, I'd be all for it, and I would be there, and I'll come there if there's something that's being developed in 2013. But until you walk in my shoes, until you're, in some of these situations where you choose to just not suffer in a compact matrix grid with no money, and choose to go out in nature and see that you can do it, until you've actually done that, you don't know the positive things that can come from it. You can only come from a place of judgment. And all I'm communicating here is that if you don't know what someone's going through, take a look at some of their videos where they're talking about what they're going through, or become a real friend. I'm not a celebrity. There are people that are fixed into this matrix worldview of truther celebrities. First of all, let's talk about a truther. There's a lot of people out there that call themselves truthers that have no faith in a creator backing them. And these are people that may be religious and obsess upon ancient texts, but yet they come from a place of fear and not really applying that faith in their daily life and believing it with all of their might, as I must develop the ability to fully do that in all aspects of my life, not just some. So I seek to be a stronger person through the experiences that I have. I learn things from others, and nothing bad ever happens to me. Their negativity There's ways people let the dark light shine through them to insult, hurt, things of that nature. But that's about as far as it goes. It's never government. You know, people are living this paradox, this paradigm. Oh, the government's the enemy. The New World Order's the enemy. Well, there's some very serious things that I've talked about and things others are talking about. But the real frustration is other people that call themselves truthers that will place judgment upon other truthers or people like myself because they just don't understand how someone with common sense would dare go closer to nature when we have all these blessings of the grid. And what I'm saying is straight from the heart, and it's a very serious issue. You're not a truther if you're dependent on the grid. You're not awakened if you're afraid of FEMA camps. You're not awakened. That's what they want. So they shut down your free will. Oh, I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to get hit by them. That's not awakened. You have to go into the spiritual realms. So you ask me, how do I do it? You have to find that out for yourself. No awakened person would dare ever ask someone else, how do they walk through that doorway? They'll try to find ways to do it themselves, or they'll ask a wide variety of people. They won't expect one person to have all the answers. And I'm not talking to one person. Somebody might be, oh, Alex is being offensive to me. I'm talking about literally hundreds of people that I would have hoped would kind of, since they claim they're awakened and they're truthers, understand the journey of one's soul in addition to an awareness of the New World Order. And I'm aware right now that that is not the case. You can call yourself a truther all you want. You can call yourself awakened all you want. But if you're in a place of judgment, especially of someone that cares a lot about this planet, then I'm sorry, you have to reevaluate your definition of yourself and where you're at. Now, I have no money. I actually am spending money to get on the air tonight because, again, I'm not getting enough solar for my laptop. I'm actually using, this is on top of the wood stove, believe it or not directly on it, but there's some wood underneath it because I have to dethaw my battery for this computer just to get on the air tonight. And right now I'm at 50%. I'm trying to get it charged right now. The car's running and it's running into here so I can get a charge. I'm living on the bare basics. And there are people out there that will insinuate that I'm taking from others by saying, if you'd like to contribute to the cause, you're welcome to do so. And your dollars go quite a bit. $5 right now for me is like 50. I mean, it gets you a lot farther when it's only spent on the bare necessities of life. Firewood, unfortunately, gasoline. If we're going to get back and forth to the grocery store, or power this laptop. There's some things that still keep me connected to the grid, unfortunately. But I mean, I'm trying my best to live without the fear of living without money by living without money and trying to get by, and still somehow I'm able to come to you guys tonight on AmericanFreedomRadio.com, just like most Saturday nights that the internet's working, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'd like you to join me. I'd like you to call in, 218-339-8525, 218-339-8525. This is not about truther celebrity conspiratology. I'm a human being. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not just a truther. I mean, what am I to you? Am I a conspiracy theorist? Am I a spiritualist? Am I a wannabe heliophysicist with all the talk that I do about the sun and its effect on the planet and human consciousness? I mean, I'm different things to different people because people have different perspectives. But the name of the show is called, is it Inside the Box? Inside the Grid? No, it's Outside the Box, Outside the Cage, Outside the Grid. I may return to the grid at one point in Portland if I feel called to. I feel called to, but I'm not going back to that city without a place to live. I will not. That is a sign I am not to return to Portland. If a city that I hosted a show in for 6 years can't find a room or a backyard for me to tent in, it's a sign Portland's not my home. I bussed tables for 5 years and talked about that, how I was treated, kind of like a Negro. I'm sorry, master. I mean, the way that they decided that their employees need to be treated from corporate on down was very hard on my spirit, but yet I did it anyway. for a period of 5 years to the day. I've also worked at a lot of other places. So I'm not someone that hasn't worked a job before. And I'm not someone that's refusing work, but this is my real work. And I'm open to part-time work, or if someone wants to offer me somewhere, if it's a stable area where, again, I can get my focus back on alternative media, I would consider traveling there. But right now, this is home, and this is my only home. And it's difficult because, people understand homelessness. They understand these things and in other people, but it's difficult for them to understand my situation. They go, well, you're intelligent. So if you're homeless, there must be something dramatically wrong with you. Without even knowing about all the times that I've been evicted from homes in Portland because they said, yes, we don't want someone talking bad about Obama here, or we don't want someone talking bad about the president here, or we don't want someone that's going to bring the troops here when martial law is declared. For those that did agree with the things that I was saying about things going on within our government and our world, oh no, bad things will go. Think about all the women that I've loved over the years that thought to themselves, if I hang out with this guy, they're going to throw me into a FEMA camp. Something's going to happen to me. So it's like I've been through so much that one day I'll write a book about that some of you have never even considered. In addition, when I talk about times where people try to confront me on race, or when I'm dating someone or meeting someone, I say, I'm very concerned about this oppression of women taking place and all the atrocities taking place in the Middle East. And I think I need to talk about it, do something. They go, oh, it's always been this way. Oh, no, just not even have that empathy. So I've had my complications dealing with regular people in the regular world, and I often feel like I don't belong in the regular world because of the information that I have, but it still needs to be presented even if I'm out here, which is my goal. So I'm hoping some of you can look within and have a greater perspective, because while I've shared a lot about my life, I haven't shared everything because it's not always positive to talk about the negative. Did I talk about how my camera was stolen, how I need a new camera? No, I haven't done that. No, because people get tired of hearing how Alex is not in the best situation. I try to keep it positive. So I haven't said anything about the camera being stolen out of my car a couple weeks ago. Now, if I did have that camera, I'd have a whole bunch more videos to share with you guys. But for right now, I'm using my laptop on top of a stove with some wood underneath it. I'm waiting for my car to charge up, and I'm praying that the internet is working this week so I can be on the radio. Last week, it was just down. Ironically went down right before the show started. I just needed to get this out that you don't understand the journey I'm on, some of you. And you're coming from a place of judgment and darkness, ultimately. Because you can offer to help, but you may not be called to help. Maybe there's just a calling in you to judge me and ask me, Alex, why aren't you doing this and doing that? If you'd like to help, you're welcome to help, and I could really use the help. But, we have other people out there having money bombs to the tune of millions of dollars for brand new studios and others, and no one says that's wrong, and I'm not saying that's wrong. So why is it wrong or evil or whatever? If I'm in a tough jam saying, folks, I surrender to the almighty universe, I surrender to the Creator. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go, but I know I'm not fucking giving up, and this isn't over. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing, and things hopefully will improve in 2013. But, if you're not able to help because you're one check away from being homeless, then you should understand poverty and what it's like to have nothing and no family members be in a situation to help you. And no loved ones calling you back home because they miss you. You're all on your own because of the path you've taken. I'm all on my own unless I connect with you on the internet or connect with you on Facebook or make a YouTube video and get your comments. But other than that, I'm completely and utterly alone with a dynamic human spirit that refuses to submit. Taking these challenges before me and going, how am I going to really turn this around? All right, my 15 minutes is up. I love you all, and I wish you the best in your own individual shift in consciousness. Again, let one who is without sin cast the first stone. Unless you've walked in someone else's shoes, you will never know what it's like to be in their shoes. Thank you for listening.